이어서 바로 소개해드리겠습니다. 아리조나대학교 윤현정 청년대표가 한국사회 마약 상황 및 대책에 관해서 발표해 주시겠습니다. 큰 박수 부탁드립니다.
안녕하세요. 아리조나대학교에서 온 윤현정입니다. 일단 여기 불러주셔서 너무 감사합니다. 오늘 한국 마약 문제에 대해서 얘기해보려 합니다. 일단 한국의 지리를 생각해보면요, 삼면이 바다고 위에는 북한이 막고 있습니다. 한국의 마약 문제는 이러한 폐쇄적인 국경으로 인해 다른 나라의 마약 문제 및 유통 과정이랑 매우 다릅니다. 그로 인해 한국의 마약 문제를 해결하려면 사회적 메커니즘을 이해하는 것이 매우 중요할 것 같습니다. 한국의 마약 사범 정책은 마약 사범을 강력하게 처벌하고 이행하고 있으나 근본적인 사회적 요인을 해결을 못하고 있습니다. 한국 마약 유통은 암호화폐나 비대면 거래로 주로 진행되고 있습니다. 이러한 문제점을 생각하면서 서로에게 더 많은 관심을 주면 다 같이 살 수 있는 좋은 사회를 만들 수 있을 것 같습니다. 사이버 수사를 강화하고 청년들이 끝없이 마약 문제를 홍보하고 사회를 홍보하는 것이 필요할 것 같습니다. This is Sherry Yun from the University of Arizona. Today, I'll be discussing about drug issues in South Korea. The geographic isolation because of its close border with North Korea has limited the traditional physical flows of illicit narcotics. But the advanced technological infrastructure in South Korea has created a nearly undetectable distribution system. Combined with a widespread acceptance of digital currencies and transactions, the drug market in Korea has altogether skipped the traditional street trade of illicit drugs and become a network of contact and faceless transactions. South Korea has one of the most restricted policies regarding substance abuse. These are the core features of drug control policies. For example, strict prohibition, use and possession of any illegal drugs, including abort by Korean citizens, are strictly prohibited and subject to criminal penalties. Laws such as the Narcotic Control Act and Special Act on Prevention of Illegal Trade in Narcotics set high sentences for drug offenders. Medical use. Medical cannabis is permitted but very tightly regulated. Approved only for certain severe conditions and after rigorous documentation and screening. Despite the government declaration of a war on drugs, there are still a lot of weakness in the policies. Policies in South Korea are heavily focused on criminal prosecution and supply side control, leading to harsh penalties rather than addressing root causes like mental health, socioeconomic stress, or addiction itself. Prevention and education programs lag behind, and many offenders, especially youth, end up reoffending due to lack of support and rehabilitation resources. There are diverse factors that have led to the current drug addiction among the young generation. Welfare and psychological services for drug users are underdeveloped. The number of rehabilitation centers and designated beds for drug addicts is vastly inadequate compared to demand, leaving many without access to recovery and/or reintegration support. Rapid technological advancements, including contactless payments, encrypted messaging apps, and digital currencies, allow drugs trafficking networks to operate with little direct oversight. Authorities struggle to monitor these new channels of drug distribution, which especially attract younger users. The government's lack of understanding of society network and policy reforms often lag behind changing drug trends and new trafficking techniques, leaving enforcement behind changing drug trends and new trafficking techniques. leaving enforcement agencies unprepared for the exponential growth in drug use among youth. Taking action after the drug has spread widely among the society is too late. It is really important for the government to quickly find out the roots of the problem and solve it. And there are the possible solutions of drug policy that I suggested. Number one, the rehabilitation and treatment system needs to be done before the drug issue gets bigger. Regulatory amendments have been enacted to specify standards for drug addiction treatment and protection, including regular evaluation and reassignment of treatment institutions, and linked to post-treatment rehabilitation centers. More government investment in rehabilitation facilities will likely increase accessibility and professionalism in drug treatment protection, helping addicts reintegrate and reducing recidivism. Number two, strengthen preventive education programs for youth, supported by collaboration across government, ministries, schools, and non-profit organizations. Aim to reduce first-time drug abuse and address root causes such as mental health, peer pressure, and misinformations. Expanding campaigns targeting high-risk groups and ongoing public relation efforts are expected to further raise awareness and reduce stigma around addiction. Finally, number three, South Korea's AI roadmap is integrating artificial intelligence into new drug development, clinical trials, regulatory affairs, and healthcare management, making regulatory process more efficient and bolstering preventive monitoring. Future reforms are likely to involve periodic evaluation and revision of drug laws and regulatory systems, ensuring they keep pace with evolving trends in drug abuse, trafficking method, and technological innovation. As the young generation, there are 4 simple steps activities can be done to prevent the spread of the drug problems. First of all, raise awareness of the drug abuse prevention through social media. Social media is the easiest and fastest way to communicate with a large group of people in a short amount of time. Share real stories, help informations, and videos that show addiction of a health issue and explain warning signs. Create a supportive space where people feel comfortable talking openly about prevention and asking for help. Secondly, education can help solve Koreans' growing drug problem by changing how people think about the addiction. Many Koreans see drug use as shameful, which stops people from asking for help. Teaching the public that addiction is a health issue, not a normal failure, can reduce stigma and encourage people to seek treatment. More education in schools and community will help families recognize warning signs early and respond with support instead of judgment. Thirdly, many people turn to drugs when struggling with depression, anxiety, or stress. Currently, mental health treatment is hard to access and carries heavy stigma, leaving people without proper support. By making therapy and counseling more available and affordable, people can get more help for their emotional struggles before turning to harmful substances. Creating a society where seeking mental health care is normal and accepted will give people healthier ways to cope with their problems. Last but not least, drug-free hobby clubs can help prevent drug use in South Korea by giving people positive activities and supportive communities. When people have hobbies like sports, art, music, or volunteering, they spend their time in healthy ways and build meaningful friendships together. These clubs create safe spaces where members support each other and stay away from risky situations. Having something enjoyable to do and people who care about you makes it easier to resist peer pressure and avoid drugs altogether. Also, these activities help drug addicts safely return to society after the treatment. To sum up, drug offenses have increased significantly in South Korea, with a 30% rise in drug offenders from 2017 to 2022. Young people, especially teenagers, are increasingly involved in drug use and trafficking, which has raised public concern and led to government crackdowns and strengthened enforcement measures. Understanding and caring in society are the keys to solving drug problems. More caring and understanding of each other make a peaceful society where everyone can live together. Thank you so much.
네, 꼭 기억하고 실천해야 할 실질적인 부분을 발표해 주셔서 주의 깊게 잘 들었습니다. 고맙습니다.